History Channel. Tonight I'll be reviewing the match which finished between Australia and Lebanon, the first match of the quarter-final stage at the 2021 Rugby League World Cup. This match was one where I think a lot of people predicted Australia would win and win well. Me myself have predicted that Australia would win by 30 points, but Lebanon are no mugs themselves. They have a few NRL players in there, and they did quite well in the group stage to make the quarter-finals. So even though a lot of people predicted Australia to win, I think people thought that Lebanon would put in a good showing. I thought when the match started in the first half that in that first 15 minutes Lebanon were actually all right against Australia. I thought that even though they conceded an early try, which I'll talk about just quickly, I thought Lebanon that first 15 minutes were good. That first try that Australia scored, it looked like it come off a knock-on, and the referee didn't check it. Lebanon didn't captains challenge it, and it was Addo-Carr that started the scoring for Australia. And in that sort of first 15 minutes, I thought that Lebanon did really well in defence, and they had a couple of good sets in attack. But then after that, especially in that sort of 10-minute period between the 15th and 25th minute, that's when Australia hit another gear, and it was just moments of well, you could just see lapses of concentration by Lebanon. There was one try that come off the back of one of the Lebanon players just being a bit slack in defence. Tedesco spotted that and broke through and set up Addo-Carr. And then there was another one where Australia was really putting the pressure on Lebanon. They put up a bomb. Carraz catches it. It was a really good take. And then he obviously forgets about ball security, and Munster rips it out and then passes it to Addo-Carr for probably one of the easiest tries he'll score in his career. So I thought that just Lebanon were in the game, but it was just them sort of just switching off at the pivotal moments that really cost them in that first half. And also the post-contact meters that Australia were making. Every time that they took the ball up, they were carrying it for about another 5 or 10 metres after they got hit from the Lebanon players. And the balls were too quick for Lebanon for them to really sort of manage in defence, and Australia were just making too many easy meters. And at half-time, it was 30-0 to Australia, which I thought wasn't going to be the half-time score. I thought it was maybe going to be a bit closer, and then Australia would run away with it in the second half. In the second half, it was pretty much more of the same from Australia to begin that half. First set of six that they made a line break. And I went, here we go, this could be 60, 70 points to nil. But Lebanon, I thought, really dug in there for a bit. And I thought once again, they defended all right. Australia made a couple of errors, but then one try that Addo-Carr scored come off a very, very poor pass from Reece Robinson. It was a fucking awful pass from Dummy Affy. Threw it. It went past everyone. It skidded along the ground. Mansour couldn't catch it. And Addo-Carr scores probably one of the easiest tries of his career, on top of the one that he scored in the first half. Reece Robinson, he hasn't played first grade since 2018, so he was well out of his depth when it come to playing in this match. But then after that, Lebanon got a try through Josh Mansour. I thought they'd come off a bit of a build-up play from Lebanon, and it was a delicious kick from Mitchell Moses, inch perfect, and Mansour scored to get them on the score sheet. And then after that, Addo-Carr. This try, I thought, come off another bad call from the referee. Lebanon clearly lost the ball backwards. It went backwards, and off the next set of six that Australia got, they scored a try through Addo-Carr again. I switched this game off with about 10 minutes ago. I'd seen enough. At that stage, it was 42 points to 4 in favour of Australia, and then just crossed over for another try that was getting checked by the video referee. For Australia, they travel to Ellen Road next week for the semi-final. I myself personally have been to Ellen Road this year to watch St Helens play. If you don't know, it's the home ground of Leeds United. Ellen Road's one of the most famous grounds in England and very well known by everyone. So hopefully a better crowd than what we got at Huddersfield tonight at the John Smith Stadium. Another very poor crowd. However, there was more people that showed up tonight than what they do for a Huddersfield Rugby League match. Unfortunately for Lebanon, their World Cup ends tonight. I thought, I'll be honest, I was a bit disappointed in them. I thought that they'd play a bit better tonight. I thought the game would be a little bit closer, and I think they themselves will be disappointed, even though Michael Checker comes out with stuff like, we're playing our own scoreboard and we're not looking at the scoreboard of the clock. I think the Lebanese players will be disappointed with the performance tonight, and Australia into the semi-final where they'll play either Fiji or New Zealand. So anyways, everyone, this has been Rugby League History with me Australia against Lebanon review. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. I'll be doing another video tomorrow, which is the England against Papua New Guinea match review. Stay tuned for that. Anyways, this has been Rugby League History, and I'll catch us all later in the next one. Alright, tatty bye for now.